I would have my vocal professors tell me, yeah, you can get another octave in your range, but it'll take you another 20 years of dedication and hard work and just really going at it every day. Whereas literally, I walked in, sang a few things for Brett. He said, try this. And in 5 minutes, I had an octave increase in my vocal range. It's wild. I started singing when I was about 10 years old. My grandfather was a musician his entire life. He sang probably over 70 years in a quartet, different quartets through the years. And I knew that I wanted to sing early on, but didn't know really how to start. And so I went to him, obviously, he's the one that would know, and worked with him for several months, only to find out that I was completely tone deaf. Completely. And through that process of trying to overcome that, I really discovered that I had a condition called chromesthesia, which is where when music plays or any audio signal goes through my brain translates it as a visual. And so for me, it's colors. Music makes color. And when I see the color, I match the color pitch-wise with my voice, and it gets me right on key. And that was the big process of kind of overcoming that. From there, I knew I needed to work on the actual muscles for singing. And I started digging into different vocal coaches. Found one locally where I lived, and then found one south in Nashville. And then going through YouTube, I discovered Brett Manning and the Brett Manning method. And that led me here. That was about 6 years ago. So I immediately ordered the Singing Success program, worked with it for about 3 to 6 months, and then booked my first lesson with Brett Manning himself. And we drove up here. I came in, this was about 6 years ago, and I told him within the first minute that this method is incredible because I'd gained an octave in about 5 minutes. It was the most absurd thing I'd ever experienced. It was crazy. And I told him right then, I said, I am going to learn this method and I'm going to teach for you. And he said, okay. From there, I went through various educational programs. I went to college, went to Louisiana College, got a bachelor's degree in interdisciplinary concentration, which is just a fancy word for triple major. And did that, went to some singing schools in the summer in Nashville that were pretty prominent with Bill Gaither and the Southern gospel industry. And then started teaching pretty soon after that on my own and at those singing schools. And then finally, just here recently, got enough funds together and came up here and jumped right in head first into the program to become a certified Brett Manning associate. And it was about 2 weeks after my certification, Brett gave me a call and said, why don't you come teach for me here in the studio? And here I am.